Talk about two theory. That is the great filter theory and the Fermi paradox. Yeah.
Actually, you can sit down.
Sure.
So first, I will talk about what is the great filter. So you know these things, right? The filter paper.
Yes.
Yeah. So the great filter is also like that. This filter paper is filter all the dirty water. It only takes the water and other things like sand and dirt. It will be removed. So the great filter is also like that. So anything that is not have enough quality to pass through it will not survive, and only the things are the species that have enough quality to pass through it, only them can survive. So a filter is a barrier that is really hard for life to overcome. So from that we can see that the great filter is another level, a higher level of a filter. So it is extremely hard, extremely dangerous for life to overcome, and it eliminates almost every species that encounters. So the great filter theory is separated into two theories. The first, this is like some picture of the great theory. Like for this year's, there's a lot of the great filter can be a lot of different things like the nuclear war, or maybe this year's climate change, or even like this year 2020 because of the COVID. So the great filter theory, like I said, is separated into two theories. The first theory is the great filter is behind us. So there can be many great filters, and it can be like a staircase. And each of the staircase, when you walk on it, it will have a filter that only species or organisms that have enough quality to pass through it can pass through. So the first theory, the great filter is behind us. Like this is us today, and the filter is here. And the second theory, the great filter is ahead of us, so we are not yet to the filter. So for the first theory, so like the first theory, it admits that there's lots of great filter like that is almost impossible to take, and none of the organisms that can pass through it. But except us, we are the first living species that can pass through it, and we are the first civilization. So, and it could be anything like the factors that are needed to exist living form, the evolution period, or like it can be other things like wait me a little bit, the step up from the simple organism into complex animal cells. Like in this period, there was a crucial thing that happens, and in us, we know it happens only once. That is when in the past there are two main cells, that is primitive hunter, and another cell that is generate energy and food. Like the primitive hunter, they will hunt all the cell to eat it, so you consume the energy from it. But then one day, a primitive hunter cell swallow a energy making cell, but instead of swallow it to get the energy from it, the both of the cells combine together to make a new cell that can be stronger. This is the primitive hunter cell, and the smaller cell in here, they combine together. So the primitive hunter cell, it provides shelter, food and energy, and it is responsible for interact with the outside environment. And the inner cell, it just use all the food and that comes from the outside environment to make a lot more energy for the new host to So it could buy more expensive things, expensive organs, so it could develop more. So to summarize, there were many living creatures, but none of them can cast a great future except us. That is what is the first theory of the great future. So, like you can say that it can be in the this great future can be in the period of the evolutionary period. Like it can be from the apes to the other like more developed apes.
And we are apes, but
Yeah.
more developed.
Yeah, so it can be like there's need a crucial factor from this to evolve into this, but so for the second theory, the great future is ahead of us. So for this theory it admits that there are lots of like extraterrestrial life exists out there, but plenty of them have died out because of the one final, the biggest and the final future that is so purely devastating and dangerous that no species could pass through it. So it could be like something like a large scale of nuclear war, and yeah, it can be the final future like this, like the year 2020. It could be, just could be.
We will die, yay!
So like it could be a large scale of nuclear war that destroy everything, an invasion of nanotechnology, or like there's a superbugs that is not being beaten by any vaccinations or other things, and it can be an experience that light up the whole atmosphere to fight. So to summarize, there are billions of life living creatures with more advanced technology have died out because of one final future. So next is what is the Fermi paradox. So you can see that the observational universe right now for us is about 90 billion like years in diameter, and there are at least about 100 billion galaxies and 1,000 billion stars. So, but this is too much for us, so now I'm just talking about the Milky Way. But only in the Milky Way, it almost consists of 400 billion stars and 20 billion sun-like stars and lots of other planets. So in that, we could say that there would be lots of Earth-like planets that could maintain living forms. And what would they look like?
The Simpsons.
So so to know this, we need to look at a kind of scale that is called the Kardashev scale. It's a method of categorizing civilization, and this is developed by a scientist named Nikolai Kardashev.
Kim Kardashian?
What?
What?
No, Nikolai Kardashev. So
Kim Kardashian.
this scale split into four types of civilizations. And the first type 5 is just it's just a hypothesis, and it's not having any evidence about it. So for the first type, one civilization, so they are able to use the available energy of their home planet. So for us, for our human, so we only at 0.73, and we will reach the type 1 civilizations in about a couple or like a lot of 100 years later. And for the type 2 civilizations, we are able to use the available energy of our star and planetary system. For the type 3, we are able to use the available energy of our whole galaxy, that is the Milky Way. And for the type 4, we are able to use the available energy of multiple galaxies. And for the type 5, like I said before, it's just a hypothesis. So for this, it is able to create or destroy multiple universe. So there are so from that we could say that there would be lots of civilization, extraterrestrial civilizations with different levels of development. So why our scientists haven't discovered anything? So that is the Fermi paradox, and nobody has the answers to it. So yeah, this is the Kardashev scale. Why you laugh? It's just a Kardashev scale. So like I said, the type 1 can control their whole planet. The type 2 is their whole planetary system. For us, it's the solar system. And type 3 is the whole galaxy, that is the Milky Way. And type 4 is multi-galaxies, and type 5 is multi-universe. So the Fermi paradox is how can it includes 4 theories. So the first 2 theories is in the first 2 great filter theory that I told you before. The theory 3. So like the theory 3 is said that there is an ancient type of ancient type 3 civilization that monitors the universe, and once any civilization that is advanced enough, it will get eliminated. Like it could be like this.
What?
Like the type 3 civilizations, an ancient type 3 of it, and when a civilization is advanced enough, it gets eliminated. So the theory for for the theory for we are alone, the universe will always be empty, lonely forever, and there's only us in the whole entire universe. And from that, the only living things are us, the animals, and all the organisms that live in the earth. So if we let these species die or become extinct, there would be no other living species left in the universe, and life would be gone forever. Like so, we are alone forever.
Yay!
Yeah, that's all. Thank you for listening. And all the information I looked from these four videos, and if you want to watch it, go to Kuskesite. That's all.
Thank you.